Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial by Shana's Home DIY and Crafts. In today's video, we're going to be doing some landscaping alongside my driveway / front yard semi. Okay, if it's your first time here, my name is Shane. On this channel, I do a lot of home DIY projects and different type of crafting. If it's not your first time, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for your continuous love and support. So here we are. This is what these boxwood looks like right here. I've trimmed them last year and they are growing really nice. Honestly, I really didn't have to trim them, but you know what? Because I want to get the landscaping going and get the mulching and all that good stuff going, I say, you know what? Let me just shape them up a little bit. It wasn't a lot to shape because, as you guys can see, he already has a nice shape. I'm pretty sure there are people out there that love the shape just like it is. And I do, don't get me wrong. I love the shape just like it does, but it's going to only get bigger, okay? We haven't started summer yet, so it's going to get bigger. And then I don't want to have the problem with the mulch and the trimming the boxwood and the leaf dropping. Yes, I know. I could put a tarp down. I could put a sheet down. I could put a circle around it. And that's another way you guys could do that. If you already have a garden bed and you don't want to get it messed up like this, you go ahead and you put a sheet, a tarp, or something around the boxwood, right around where you see that shade is. And you kind of just line it around it. So when you trim your boxwood, all that leaves that's falling from your boxwood fall right on your covers, such as your tarp, your sheet, whichever you choose. Just choose something that's not gonna rip. I mean, it's leaf, it's light. I don't think it's gonna rip. But anyways, I know somebody's gonna say a cutter would be easier. Okay, not everybody has a trimmer. Sorry. Those electric trimmer, not everybody has those electric edge trimmer. Plus, I enjoy using the scissors. That's how I get my workout. For some reason, I just enjoy using that. Plus, I have 10 fingers and I won't lose any. I know people, this one lady I follow, she actually almost lost 3 fingers from her head trimmer. So you got to be careful with that. If you don't know what you're doing, you got to be careful. Plus, it's 2 boxwood. Who cares? Get your exercise in. And there's nothing more precious than when you look at those trees and they see that nice, beautiful shape. And you know that you did it with a hand clipper, trimmer. You know, clipper, trimmer, scissors, whichever you may call it. And, you know, yeah. So all I'm doing, I'm just going around and I'm looking at the tree. And as I look at the tree, I chick. And then I also don't put the edge trimmer too much into the tree where I cut off a big bark, because I'm not trying to cut a big bark off this tree. And as you guys can see, it's just start coming in. Like I said, I trimmed it last year, so you could see those fresh branches. You could see it still hasn't lost its shape from last year. You could still see a circle there. But, you know, it could use some cleanup. It could stay as it is, like I said. So all I'm doing is just keeping the trimmer really close and closer to the new leaves or branches that are coming in. And I'm just clipping away. I'm not going to go in again and go whoop and clip deep in, because I'm not trying to ball this thing down. It's not that big for me to go in and like, kang. You see what I don't know what that kang. You see what I mean? So that's all I'm doing. And then again, like this area, I did plant some plants last year. In this area, there was 2 like grass bushes on the end there. When I purchased this home, I didn't really like them. I needed some colors. Too much green, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, there's so much green, we need some colors. So I planted a shrub last year, and that's coming nicely. I think I bought it too small. I should have bought it bigger. But it's okay. That's the rush here. It's going to get big one day or another. So anyway, it's coming. You'll see that if you keep watching. So that's coming. And then I decided I wanted some colors. So I went ahead and I plant some more shrubs. Those only bloom for the spring. So because I want more color in here and I can't plant too much more shrub in this little space right here, I went ahead, and if you guys could notice, you see those 2 hydrangeas in those pot. I went ahead and I plant those hydrangeas in that pot so I could move it alongside or wherever I want in my yard. That's the benefit of planting these big old shrubs in a pot. So you could move it and do whatever you please and fit it wherever in your yard, in your landscape, where it will look beautiful and looking nice. So I plant them in those, and that's what I'm doing. It looks really nice there. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to move them because they need partial shade. And I do the one like where my butt is right now, right there. Yep, don't look at my butt. But anyways, right over there, that far away one, far away from the garage, it tends to get more sun, so it's starting to burn. But the one closer back to the garage, over on the other side to the other boxwood that I'm not trimming, that one is doing really good because I get more shade from the house right there. I do get shade over here, but I don't get enough as I get. So now I'm done with the side of the boxes, as you guys can see, and I'm just doing the top. So in order for me to really get the vision and to make sure I shape this right, you notice I didn't start from the top. Start from wherever you're pleased and wherever you're comfortable starting from if you're gonna cut your boxwood from watching this video. But for me personally, I had to do the sides first, and then I could see my shape, see where I'm going, and then I go ahead and I ching 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 the top. And if you don't know, that's Fiona right there. She's always in my business. That's my best friend, my baby, my everything. So if you're new here and you don't know Fiona, say hi to Fiona. That's her right there. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. Now you see how I'm just slowly having the scissors or the the cutters right on top. You notice I'm not going deep. I'm barely like touching the top, and this will clean up all those lists. It's like literally like giving somebody a haircut with a scissors. Okay, so if you notice, like I say, very lightly on top, and I'm just barely going because I'm trying to make sure everything's shaped nice. And isn't that beautiful? So proud of myself. That's absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, yeah, it's gonna grow in and everything, so it's fine. But I mean, I didn't have to trim it yet, but again, I got to get the landscaping done, so don't come for me. So now we got both of them all trimmed, and they're looking round and lovely. So I'm just going in with my rake, and then what I want to make sure I do is take my rake, and I just want to brush the trees, or slightly. Don't go dig into it with the rake. I'm just brushing. It's like brushing it here after you cut it, because I want to make sure that there is no leftover branches or leaves that I cut that's stuck inside of the shrub. Because then it's going to turn yellow, brown, and it's not going to look good. So that's just me. I'm a clean freak. I'm a neat freak. So I want to make sure it's nice and neat and everything is out. So I'm not like going to have to go back around and pick out brown leaves or brown stem from the shrub. So I'm using my rake, and I'm slightly going around, and I'm just barely raking so I could pick up all that leaves. See, it wasn't even a lot of leaves that came off of them. That's how much it really didn't need trim, but you got to make it work easier, make your life easier, not harder. So those solar lights are in my way. I'm just moving them around, and so I could get those leaves or branches up. So slightly just raking in. You guys should have seen in this area, okay? It was all bush and stuff and weed. So I sprayed some weed killer in there, and then I weeded out and I cleaned it out. Look how nice that looked. That's nice clean dirt back there. And like I said, I do this little by little, though. If I do it little by little, so I do some today, do some tomorrow, do some another day, do when I feel like, because I go to work and I have other things to do. So little by little. So there it is. We're sweeping it up. We're raking up in the pile, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take that up, put in the bag or a little wheelbarrow, whatever it is that I have. I have that little cart. It's like a work cart. Yeah, put it inside of there, and then we're gonna get that over. So I'm gonna tell you something funny. If you guys look behind me, you could see that wishing well. You know how long I built that wishing well? It was the second thing I built since spring. Like not even before spring even sprung. I was out there building stuff because it wasn't so cold, and I've been trying to get that video out and can't get it out. I think I'm just gonna get it out after this video, because guys, you see how the sun is nice and bright right here? The weatherman state that it was supposed to rain later. I went ahead and I started staying in that wishing well. Do you know the rain came and washed off all my stain? So now it stopped raining, so I said I need something to do. It's my one day off. I gotta find something to do outside instead of wasting the day. Yes, I know I gotta relax, but so I end up cutting the boxwood. I originally wasn't going to do all of this, but I'm like, I'm already out here, why not do it? So that's the story behind the wishing well, and there we go. So here I am. I'm using these non-dig edging, guys. This is the best thing ever. Okay, if you don't know about non-digging or non-dig edging, you're missing out. And if you're out there trying to do your little landscaping like I do, because I ain't no landscaper, get this. Get the non-digging, guys. This is a lifesaver. You will thank me later. And for those who know about it, hey, can we get a thumbs up out here? Can we drop me a comment in the comment section? Because I know y'all like it too. Okay, so here we go. Excuse me. We have our non-dig edging going out. I got so much, guys. These mulch has been out here since spring. When Lowe's has it was 10 for 5. I bought a whole bunch of mulches, and I started mulching the yard, but then I started too early because I have a lot of trees, as you guys could see, and then all these things off the tree, the spring has sprung, and all these stems and the branches, all kind of nonsense, and all these things from Mother Nature, from the tree, keep falling in the mulch. So now that you can't tell the difference between the mulch and all these things that fell off the tree. So I stopped mulching. So now everything seems to be done blooming. Like that tree behind me is a crabapple that was blooming, so I couldn't mulch that bed behind me. Because if you guys know crabapple, you know how they are. They're very pretty, but get very messy. So all I'm doing is I have my little go-kart. I don't even know what it's called. The people who lived there before left it for me. I like it, but I hate it as well. This thing keep turning over with a 2-wheel. It needs 4 wheels. But you know what? I'm grateful because it's better than nothing. But anyway, that's all I'm doing. Spreading the mulch. Then I'm using my hands to go in and just spread it out evenly. Yes, you don't have to do that with your hands. You don't have to bend your back like I do. You just can get a rake and just rake it all in. But for some reason, I found it therapeutic to do all of that with my hands, get my hands into it. But as you guys see, I have my garden gloves on today. Hey, I sure do have my garden gloves on today. So that's all I'm doing. And the reason why I put the non-edge dig in, I don't have a driveway. I mean, I do have a driveway, but it's not paved. It's all grass, if you guys could see, and some paver from in the 90s. Some paver crush runner stone from in the 90s. Pretty much like, think about it, it's in the 90s and now we're in 2000. So those crush runners, like literally in the, like, there's no crush runner at this time. So we're spreading the mulch evenly, doing all that, and it already started looking good. So like I said, as you guys could tell before, you see how that shade is right there for that one-eyed ranger? Yes, that one-eyed ranger, it gets shade, so it's doing good. But that one down the bottom gets a lot of sun, so, you know, it's starting to burn. So at some point, I'm going to have to move that and put something else there. So just spreading the mulch. And then I also, you guys can't see, but you'll see if you keep watching, I put like 4 pavers right at that walkway so I could walk from the driveway over into the walkway to get to the house. So now I put too much mulch in one side, so I'm just picking that up, throwing it over. Yes, I could use a rake and do that, but it's going to be a pain in the ass because guess what? I don't want to waste it, okay? And the rake for the whole thing with all these planters and the plant, okay, no. Just pick it up, throw it over. Life is good. Works for me. Do what works for you and what you please. Okay. And if you guys have been here for a little bit, if you notice my voice ain't so bad, honey, it's not so bad because guess what? My allergies are under control a little bit today. A little bit because there's not so much pollen out there now like it was in the spring. A little bit. I still have it going, but it's not as bad where I'm like, oh, I can't breathe. I'm trying to do this. I can't breathe, but I'm trying to do this video. But so I'm so grateful that I'm feeling so much better. And if you notice, I don't have a mask on. As soon as I start feeling better, look at me. I don't have a mask on. And that's so much I've been feeling so much better with my allergy. I literally don't have a mask on. If you go ahead and check back some of my previous video, you'll notice I have like an N95 on in the hot sun doing work because it helps with the allergy medicine a little bit. So yeah, so that's all I'm doing. We're just going around putting mulching in, you know, it's just a little something, little by little, like I say. And then the bed behind me, I went and then did that the day after I did this, which is today. And no, I'm just doing the voiceover for this because I did this yesterday, which is May 7th, and today's May 8th, 2024. So I know somebody's going to be watching this 20 years from now, 30 years from now. I'm probably going to be dead by then, but they're going to be like, what do you mean yesterday, today? This is, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm just tagging along my little barrel, and you want to believe it or not, this little station right here, somebody go ahead and type in the comment section and tell me how much bag of mulch do they think this little section right here took? How many bags? Today's question is, how many bags of mulch do you think this little section took today? Now, if you stay long enough, I mean, if you've made it this far, might as well just finish. We have 3 minutes more into the video. If you've got to it this far, then might as well wait, because I'm actually going to say it anyways, but type me a comment. A lot of people be asking me, where can I get the cheapest this? I don't know. I live in a whole different state. Probably a whole different country from you, honey, wherever you are watching. So you just got to find what's best for you and shop around. I know a lot of people goes, it could have been easier if you go buy the mulch by the yard and so. Yes, but I don't have a trailer. That's one. 2, it's easier to carry it around in bag because I have a lot of beds and it's all over the yard. And the next thing is, when I got these on sale, I was even ready to use them. and I'm just now using them. So yes, it might be a little cheaper if you go get it by the yard. So if you have a trailer, go for it. I don't. That green thing behind me, that cart is already turning over with 2 bags of mulch. So just mind the shoveling them. It's not easy to shove mulch, and the fact that I'm not going to use it that time is going to like fall over everything. But yes, guys, this is what it looks like. So you see those pavers that I told you about? Yeah, if you were listening, those are the pavers I kind of put in so I could walk across. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, it's so pretty. So over here, that's what it looks like. I can't wait to get everything done and get this driveway done. It's going to look so beautiful. So here's the hydrangeas in the box, in the, what do you call it, planter closer. This shrub I plant this year. This is so pretty. So next year is going to get bigger. This I plant last year. It's getting bigger. It's still small, but it's getting bigger. I have a strong feeling I'm going to have to relocate it. Either put it closer to the boxwood if I keep trimming it, because it's too close to that other shrub. It's going to take up space. But look how nice those boxwood, nice and round they look. Again, here's the other shrub. It's growing, but it's coming slowly. But look at that contrast of the pink, different shade, yellow, green, and this shrub as well. My coworker planted that one for me. I bought it, and she stopped by, and I gave her the honor. So to see if she was gonna kill it or not. This plant, believe it or not, was $52. So I hope it don't die. But it's looking good. Has a nice, beautiful red bloom. But in the paper it said it blooms spring, summer, and fall. So I don't know if it's because it's a baby, because it continued bloom for the spring and then everything fell off and nothing else came. So I don't know if it's gonna come back in the fall or what. But it's absolutely gorgeous. And let's talk about our little solar thing here. How Timu, baby, that's from Timu. And here we have a pot tilted with some begona, if I say that right. If I don't say that right, I'm sorry. But here's what's going on. We have pink, we have white, we have red, but I'm not sure if these are they're doing good so far. And I planted this like 2 weeks now, but they're in the wrong spot. Those are for shade, and this spot gets sun. It does get shade though. That's the thing. The ones inside of the pot are for sun. It does get shade. If you notice, it has brown leaves. These have green leaves. The green leaves are for shade, but again, like I said, do get shade. You can see the shade start coming in. I hope it's enough so they don't die, because those are going to look absolutely gorgeous as they bloom and go along. So if you made it this far through the video, I used 12 bag of mulch. Yes, guys, 12 bag of mulch. Believe it or not, that little spot took 12 bag of mulch. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on, so therefore you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Okay? Share this video with your friends and family, guys. It doesn't cost anything. Okay? So now remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed.